Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter gets fired by Ridge for having an affair with Steffy. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Carter Walton may suffer multiple consequences as a result of his major error. Under addition to his friendship with Ridge Forrester and his marriage to Daphne Rose Walton, Carter's employment may also be under jeopardy. In the Ridge expressed gratitude to Carter for supporting Steffie Forrester Finnegan at her difficult period. Naturally, Ridge is unaware that Carter provided much more than just a sympathetic ear. Ridge also discussed difficult periods in his relationship with Carter during that talk. That sparked some discussion concerning Carter's prior relationship with Hope Logan Spencer and the Forrester takeover. Ridge instantly made the decision to behave as though he genuinely cared about Hope once more, so he pretended that Carter's relationship with his stepdaughter concerned him. Clearly, this is a means of making Carter feel even more guilty and laying the groundwork for Ridge to learn that Carter had a one-night affair with Steffy. We all know the truth will eventually surface, even though Steffy has made the decision to conceal that information. Ridge might then take revenge and even force Carter to look for work elsewhere. It wouldn't be shocking if Ridge became so enraged that he fired Carter and had him removed from the property. Since it takes two to tango, Steffy will undoubtedly stand up for Carter when things become heated. This is equally Steffy's and Carter's fault because they were both intoxicated and looking to each other for solace that evening. But despite the big disclosure, Ridge might still hold Carter accountable. This might result in Ridge firing Carter from the company and from his own life. Carter's legal counsel may no longer be accepted by Ridge, who may maintain that he wants Carter removed from the COO position. There could be serious repercussions if Carter betrays Ridge and shatters their mutual confidence. In the end, Ridge might accuse Carter of becoming enamored with Steffy and possibly ruining her marriage to John Finnegan, so keep an eye out to see if he retaliates. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, if Ridge's most recent clues are any indication of where the plot is going, Carter might be fired. Will and Dylan's morning after is ruined by Katie. It is revealed in The Bold and the Beautiful that Katie Logan Spencer will not allow Will Spencer to become more involved with Melissa Dillon. When Katie arrives at the beach house and discovers Dillon there, she will become enraged and warn Will not to approach her. Katie has expressed her distrust of Dillon and her interest in the Spencer clan. From Katie's point of view, it appears that Dillon was enamored with the affluent Spencer family and pursued Will in an attempt to gain access. Katie will discuss her serious worries about Dillon and her obsession with Spencer more in this episode. Katie will go on a tirade over Dillon exploiting her son's pain after ruining Will and Dillon's morning after joy. Katie will complain about Dillon making her move while he's in pain because Will and Electra Forrester's breakup is still recent. Although Katie will acknowledge that Will is seeking solace, she will maintain that Dillon isn't the right person to assist him in moving on. Ridge Forrester, Torsten K. at Forrester Creations will hear R.J. Forrester's proposal on how to improve the business. R.J. is aware of Forrester's difficulties, but he believes his new fashion line concept has the potential to turn things around. Fans of B&B are aware that R.J. intends to base this collection around Electra, which may increase youth sales and create a lot of attention. Ridge will have to make a choice as R.J. makes his proposition and tries to market Electra as Forrester Creations' next big thing. Ridge might also want to gain Steffie Forrester Finnegan's approval, but he'll probably believe she'll be on board. R.J. and Electra will have some good news to celebrate as it appears that Ridge will finally give them the go-ahead. Stay tuned for additional love developments between Electra and R.J. as they work on the new line, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Bill offers Dillon a position in Spencer's own young adult fashion brand? On The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer is a merciless businessman who is also incredibly spiteful. The fashion war has been transformed by Dollar Bill into a personal grudge against Ridge Forrester and his family. Will Bill have the ideal retort when he finds out that the Forresters are releasing Electra for the future? In order to replace Hope for the future with a new young adult fashion line, R.J. Forrester, Brian Nicoletti, is collaborating closely with Zend. Naturally, he wants Electra to represent their new younger generation collection and take Hope Logan's place. Thus far, Logan has introduced Hope's new line with designs by Forrester, John McCook. However, Hope is now concentrating on adult fashion. Logan will need to provide clients with a YA fashion collection in order to remain competitive. Bill Spencer is keen to turn a profit and ensure the success of his family's new business. Sticking it to Ridge Forrester, Torsten K. gives him personal pleasure as well. Naturally, Spencer's will prepare something for the younger demographic. Who will represent the line, though? Melissa Dillon comes in. Katie Spencer wants Dillon to avoid Will Spencer and has been hurling daggers at her whenever she gets the chance. However, Dollar Bill doesn't appear to be at odds with Dillon. In fact, Wood's father would likely believe that having Dillon and Electra compete on the runway will be fantastic advertising. Could Bill persuade his wife to accept Dillon? If Dillon were to steal both her boyfriend and her thunder on the runway, how would Electra respond? Does Sheila Carter use a cheating bomb to blackmail Steffy? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Steffy and Carter's secret may soon end up in the wrong hands. Since Finn and Steffy abandoned Sheila Carter on the Monaco beach, we haven't seen her. She will eventually return to Los Angeles, and there will be trouble if she discovers what her son's wife is concealing. Spoilers for Bold and Beautiful indicate that Steffy and Carter Walton's huge secret will be overheard by someone. What if Sheila Carter hears everything while hiding in the bushes wearing her scarf and shades? On the daytime soap opera, no secret is ever safe. However, Steffy Forrester would never want to be exposed by Sheila. The fact that Finn's biological mother can now influence her son's marriage will make her very happy. When Dr. Finn discovers that Steffy cheated on him, she understands that her marriage is essentially finished. What lengths will she go to in order to silence Sheila? Sheila's only desire is to play with Hayes and Finn. Will Steffy give in to her demands and promise not to turn on her? Sheila Carter wants Dr. Finn to herself and Steffy out of the picture, and her fixation with her son is almost unsettling. Sheila might go right to her son and tell him the truth instead of haggling with Steffy. Sheila won't need her consent to see her son and grandson if Finn and Steffy split up. Will Sheila discover that Steffy cheated on Finn, in your opinion? Will she bargain using Steffy's secret? Or simply expose her? Katie loses it, Will and Dillon are exposed, and RJ makes a big pitch. There will be spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Melissa Dillon will cause Katie Logan Spencer to grow even more wary. Ridge Forrester receives a pitch in the interim. Discover what will happen next in the CBS soap opera by continuing to read. RJ Forrester has been discussing making Electra Forrester the new Hope Logan Spencer with everyone for the past week. In addition to discussing it with Zend Forrester Dominguez, who felt it was a fantastic idea, RJ managed to get Electra on board. RJ will then talk to Ridge about the new kids line. Even though Ridge loves Electra, he might refuse. Forrester Creations is in trouble following that trip to Monaco, to start. All of Logan's European clients raved about him. Ridge may therefore need to inform RJ that a new line is not acceptable. Not at the moment, however. RJ Forrester's perplexity. However, RJ might find this problematic. It's obvious that the young man wants to win Electra over and give her everything. That won't, however, ensure that she will adore him. It won't make her fall in love, even though she could like it. What will RJ do if Ridge tells him there isn't a new line? In fact, I'm wondering if Will Spencer will be able to make amends in the near future by giving Electra a Logan line. Recall that Hope's journey at Logan began in the same manner. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Dillon left work early in order to pursue Will. Dillon moved after she had her target surrounded at the beach home. The two are currently having a passionate relationship, but it won't be kept a secret for long. Katie can be seen arriving at the beach house in a weekly teaser footage. Will is wearing jeans without a shirt. Dillon is in the corner, looking annoyed and guilty. Katie finds it unbelievable that Will is having an affair with Electra's closest friend. Katie expresses her displeasure to Dillon. But we also know that Dillon will call her mother, Darcy Dillon. Stay tuned because there's a chance that Darcy will be even more of a mother bear than Katie. Dillon's relationship with Will Spikes irritates Katie. Katie didn't think much of Dylan at first. They first connected when Dylan entered Will's beach house without making an announcement. His mother interpreted Dylan's actions as her taking control of the space. Dylan's friendship with Electra had already tainted her perception. Dylan has insisted that she loves Will, but Katie has been suspicious of her. The fact that Dylan grew up reading about her family in the media bothers her. Katie saw this as a hint that Dylan might be a gold digger, even though the artist had been open about reading her mother's magazines and keeping up with the Spencers' lives. Forrester has been attempting to recover from Hope's departure and Logan's dominance. RJ believes that Electra by Electra Forrester ought to be introduced. The jeweler would serve as the brand's face for this young line. She would serve as the project's model and jewelry designer, while he and Zend would create the apparel. His grandfather thought the idea would be a fantastic addition to the business after he presented it to Eric. Although RJ and Electra are eager to potentially collaborate closely, he is unsure of how Ridge and Steffy would respond to his vision. Sheila spoils things for Steffy and Finn, and Ridge tells her about it. She got the good Carter, he informs her. Daphne is certain her buddy just needs some quiet time, but she agrees to help find her. If she needs her, she will be there for her. She informs Ridge that she couldn't bring herself to leave Carter due to her infertility problems. Nothing will separate them, and she can't imagine living without him. Like Steffy and Finn, Ridge is confident that they will get things back on track. In an anteroom, Carter and Steffy decide that sleeping together was a mistake and that nobody should be aware of it. They have deceived their spouses in the most heinous way, according to her. They must keep this quiet, he says again. She acknowledges that she was on the verge of confessing, but he had to start working. She is determined to let him know that she cheated. Carter informs her that in order to keep her husband safe, she must lie. She is incapable of being just and kind. He believes they should keep the secret even though it will kill them both. They would lose both their friends and their spouses. It would never be accepted by Ridge. Steffy is still adamant about coming clean. He keeps attempting to dissuade her from doing this. Ridge hears them in the hallway and storms in, demanding to know what's happening while he begs her not to tell anyone. RJ's proposal for Electra to have her own line overwhelms her. She has only ever posed for selfies. She epitomizes everything Forrester needs to build the next successful youth line, he is sure. She might be the new beginning they require. RJ is adamant about presenting this to his father next. She is ecstatic. He is sure that everyone will gain from the line and that they will have access to all of HFTF's previous resources. He advises them to go to Bikini after drinking. Electra promises not to allow Dylan prevent her from visiting her preferred location. Jessica and Dylan discuss gorgeous Will and Electra going crazy after learning that he had an affair with her old buddy. They consider how Electra and Will were meant to be no longer together. Dylan is perplexed as to why she didn't fall in love with him. Jessica watches as Will shows up and takes a seat at a table. She claims he looks thirsty and exudes a serious sad boy feeling. Dylan approaches him and asks if he would like a drink. He places a beer and whiskey order. She assumes Electra went up to him. He doesn't comprehend what has transpired or why Electra left him for the 12th time.